Hello, welcome to today's live. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm the Urban Seer, your guide to love, destiny, and manifesting the life you desire. I hope you're all doing well. And I hope this space brings you some peace, brings you some clarity, some answers to the questions that you are seeking today. So let's everyone take a deep breath. Center yourself and let's tune in to be open to the messages that Spirit has for us today. Hey to everyone in the chat, lovely to see you all. Kitty Cat, Namira, Nat Nat, Theli, Danny, Crystal, Alvin, lovely to see you all and everyone else who is here. Anyone new here, as a quick reminder, if you would like a free reading, just click the link in the pinned comment. You'll be added to the list. Just wait for your name to be called. Quick reminder of how I read. So I'm an energy reader. Like I mentioned, here to bring clarity to your situation. So please provide as much context, as much detail about your situation. It allows me to connect to your energy and anyone else in the situation and give you a meaningful reading. I don't do yes/no questions, timelines, or general readings. But let's get into it. How is everyone doing? Hey, Struthi. Hey, it's me again. I'm going to go over and grab the list. It's filling up, so if you do want a reading, make sure you're on it because I do need to close it soon. I'm going to do it in two parts. First up, we have... has that posted? No. Bear with me 1 second. The first half, I'm just going to delete this, hold on. Thanks, Kristen. I see your question there. I'm having trouble posting this. There we go. Just refer to the list to see your name, to see where you are. And today I am using the Goddess Tarot deck, which was actually one of my gifts for my birthday from a family member. And it's one of the first decks that I actually learned the tarot with as a child. So it's very meaningful. And I lost my original deck in the shuffle of moving, one of the many times that I've moved. So for this to come back to me now I love that. So I hope that you love it too. It's a really beautiful, gentle deck. But let's get into it. Kristen, thank you for your question. So Kristen asks, what message do I need to know starting again single? Interesting question. Good question to ask. Yes, nice to have it back, Kitty Cat. In the shuffle, well spotted, Kristen. That was unintentional. Lost in the shuffle. Right, Kristen, let's get into this. I'm not sure, Anne. I will check when I go back. Bear with me. I don't think I saw you there. I don't know why. Okay. Let's go back to the exact wording of Kristen's question. What messages do I need to know starting again single? So Spirit, please bring a message through for Kristen. What does she need to know now, starting out single again? In this new chapter, yeah? Ooh, Judgment. This is your energy here. This tells me, okay, I think that this is your ex's energy for sure, okay? And I feel like that they will be back, and it'll be up to you then to make a judgment call, is what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, okay? It will be up to you. Some support here from friends, from family. You may recognize these energies who have your best interests at heart. Maybe even some animal friends here in spirit, or actually in your life, Kristen, who also, you know, really kind of worship you, think the best of you. So I feel like this is kind of a heads up to say that this energy will come back around. What you want to do with that will be in your hands, and a time to make a judgment call. If to look, you have this sword of power, so to either cut yourself free for them, or to set some boundaries and make some tough calls if you are to welcome them back into your energy. See how they're in a kind of apologetic. I don't know where things stand right now, but this seems a very kind of cap in hand energy, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're kneeling down before you. Kristen says, holy moly, I've been saying I need my friend to support me because he hasn't recognised what I've done. That's my dog Arthur. Oh, lovely, he's always next to you. How beautiful. Look, he thinks the world of you, doesn't he, Arthur? He's looking up to you with so much love there. So, interesting message to come through. Use your sword, Kristen. Use your sword of truth, of courage. This is your sword of power. And make a good judgment call. Hope that resonates, okay, about what the right move is here. You have got people who've really got your back here. So I hope these friends are, you know, they're certainly showing up here anyway. So I hope that they are showing up for you in real life. He's next to you now. He loves you. Lovely. Yeah, he really does. So yeah, that's what you need to know. It's like this person's energy is still with you and will be returning to you. This maybe is not like we need to close this out still. There's still more to come on this chapter, Kristen, for you. And you need to be in your power and use your sword of truth and courage. Whatever that means, whatever feels right to you, Kristen, when their energy comes back. I'm going to leave it there with that one card because I feel like it covers so much and gave a lot of beautiful messages and imagery. So I hope that resonated, Kristen. Major Arcana as well here. So big energies around you, important decisions to be made. Hey Pooja. Hey country, I'm really glad to see you. Long time no see, my love. I hope you're well. She says, I love the emojis between the names on the list. Yes, I'm glad you like them. Makes it so much easier, doesn't it? Keeps me from trying to figure out how to count the names yet. It was too complicated. It was all mushed together before and not easy to see. So I'm glad that that's working. Okay, next up we have Shruti, my love. I think I better close the list now. I'll update it. But it is filled up quickly, so I'm going to close it. And Sruthi, my love, just go ahead and post your question when you are ready. Let me just close this list. And I'll update the list after I've read for Sruthi. But if you have filled in the form, you will be on it. There we go. Thank you, Sruthi. So Sruthi asks, spiritual guidance for the exam I have on October. I want to clear it and get a job in my hometown. Been failing for the exam for 7 years for some reason that I study don't come into the exam. Oh, Sruthi. Let's have a look. Kristen says, yes, that resonates big time. Thank you. I'm so happy with the card as the whole message. Thanks, Kristen. I'm glad that it did. It was a very clear message, so I'm glad that that landed for you. Thank you, Sruthi, my nails. Yes, and I've added these temporary tattoos just for some fun as well. I'm sort of half thinking about getting them done for real, but I haven't quite got the courage. So I'm just playing around with them. Here's my favourite one for any animal lovers out there, Kristen. I might have to get that for real. Okay, Sruthi, this is for you. Spiritual guidance for the exam. So you've been trying to clear it. You've been failing the exam for 7 years. That's crazy. That shows huge persistence on your part, Sruthi, for keeping on going. What is this exam for, if you don't mind me asking? What will it mean to pass this? What does it open up for you? Just share what you feel comfortable with, obviously. Don't be embarrassed. I admire your persistence. Okay, let's have a look at what the message is about this exam. Queen of Staves, Queen of Wands in the traditional deck. You know, this is to acknowledge like how courageous you are, that you're persisting with this, Sruthi. I mean, Queen of Wands is very brave, is very fearless. So I guess Spirit is also encouraging you to kind of embody this energy as much as you can, okay? Queen energy is about, particularly with Wands, is taking control of the situation and really kind of charging ahead and not waiting for things to be perfect. Fearless is the word that comes to mind, which obviously is quite tough with an exam. Tell me more, Spirit. So I'm assuming that it's a very reputed job. I just want to make my grandpa proud. That's it. Okay. This is the struggle, this is the disappointment that you've experienced, I think. There may be a family member who is kind of being by your side with this as well. Someone supports someone who is kind of going through this storm, yes, with you. 5 of Pentacles is about, as well, not falling into too much of a state of lack or poverty consciousness. So I don't know if there's anything about, something tells me in this, okay, that it's very courageous to keep pushing on with this, and we need to be the Queen of Staves energy, but also, if possible, not to like hinge everything on this. Like, you can be this Queen of Staves regardless of the outcome. Like, you will be this, you are courageous, you are brave, the world can open up to you. So don't let this, I think the message is not to allow this to define you, this exam, because we can't kind of put everything, hang our hat on one thing is kind of risky. So we can like diversify. There's maybe you've put such an immense amount of pressure on yourself about this as well, that this is the thing that's going to make your grandpa proud. This is the only thing. Like it may have to be a different route. I'm not saying that this won't happen for you. And I think Spirit is very much encouraging you to persist, to keep moving forward with this. It's not quite the same as this, but I really struggled to pass my driving test, and I had to do it a number of times. It was extremely difficult for me and terrifying, and I just couldn't. I felt like I was never going to be able to do it, but I persisted. It was one of the hardest things. For some people it feels that it's very easy, but for me it was very difficult, and I persisted, and I was able to pass eventually. So it's that kind of energy, but also not to live and die by that exam, okay? And the Five of Pentacles is that kind of energy that if this doesn't happen, then all is lost, and that's not true, okay, Shruti? Shruti says, yes, my grandpa is very supportive and he is upset that I'm failing. So by all means, push on, but also there's the Queen of Wands is very expansive. She won't be, don't let this one thing define you, I think is what I'm trying to say. And all we can do is move forward with courage, Shruti, which is what you are doing. So I hope that resonated. Okay, moving on to Crystal, 1983, my dear. Are you here? I'll go and grab the list as well whilst we're waiting for Crystal. Yes, I've been allowing this exam to define me, and it's making me feel like I'm a failure. Exactly. I haven't had the courage to get my license, so I admire your courage. Thank you. Yeah, it was terrifying, but completely worth it. It's tricky, but we can't let these things define us. Like you say, making you feel like a failure is not what we want to give energy to, okay? Keep us posted, Shruti. Wishing you all the best with that. Thank you, Crystal. So Crystal asks, I'm glad it resonated, Shruti. Crystal asks, what role do I, Kerry Ann, still have or play in my ex Nixon's mind, heart, or energy field? No contact since May. Blocked upcoming court case. Possible third party. He feels exposed. Messy. Oof. Is the court case between... Anyway, you don't need to share that, Crystal. Let's have a look. What great way to frame that. What role do I play in the mind and heart of Nixon? Who, when he thinks of you, how does he feel? How does he see you? Let's have a look. Ooh, nice. Look, there you are, Crystal. Diana. The moon. There's something about this card. The Diana is very much a kind of a free spirit. Someone who is independent, is mysterious to an extent. You see this woman here, she's kind of like running with the wolves, yeah? She's tapped into to the mysteries of the world, and the moon can be quite hidden. But it's also that's intriguing, that's exciting, yeah? Someone who can't be pinned down as well. So it's kind of that's a part of what attracted. It's a major arcana as well, Crystal. So you still hold a powerful place in their heart and in their mind for sure. Like there's a big impact here. There's still an energetic connection. Now this can be when you're this kind of person, it can take a special kind of person who can let you be free and still be, you know, in a connection and not let their insecurities get the better of them. Let me know if this is resonating, because it may be that because you didn't fit into a box or couldn't be held down, couldn't be tamed, that caused issues, yeah? So you're shocked that he views you like that. That's interesting as well. So it's brought through a very strong message for you, Crystal. But maybe there was something about you that Nixon couldn't quite figure out. And like I say, that can be part of the attraction. But also, ultimately, if someone isn't secure in their own heart and mind and body and who they are, that can be very challenging. Oh, there we go. He kept saying I emasculated and belittled him when I only wanted him to be better. I saw potential. So there we go. Nail head, yeah. Maybe you were just too strong, Crystal. Too strong, too free, too independent. Your ambitions were maybe too high for him and for you. And the fact that he felt emasculated, you know, shows the moon often talks about insecurities being brought up, and sometimes just by being in our existence and being in our own power, you can trigger people, yeah, and make them feel, you know, when you've had that, I'm sure we've all experienced it, when people are triggered by just you being yourself, and it brings up insecurities in them because they see something in you that is unevolved or unhealed in themselves, yeah. So I hope that resonated. You've certainly made an impression on them, Crystal. I'm really enjoying these cards. I hope people are too as well. It's really telling me a wonderful story. So, Matchy, my love, are you here? Please go ahead and post. Let's see what Sruthi says. Okay, will do. Yes, keep us posted. And as you said, I talked out my issue with my grandpa and we resolved it. Ah, awesome, Sruthi. Well done. Well done for doing that. You're so welcome, Sruthi. Always lovely to read for you. I'm glad that makes sense, Crystal. Machi asks, why has David been distant with communication lately? Tell me more, Machi. So detail, context. Who is David? What is the relationship? Country, my love. Please go ahead and post when you're ready, just so whilst I'm waiting for Machi to add detail, clarify. Sruthi says, thank you, it's me again. I will keep that in mind and thank you. Yeah, thanks for letting me know about you and your grandpa, Sruthi. It's always great to get updates. just bringing in the spot of this crystal to bring in. It's almost like a Dalmatian. Okay, so David is a love interest, but he rarely responds. Okay, so what's this distance about? What's going on with David's spirit? Ooh, this is his energy. King of Staves, which is or King of Wands in the traditional deck. I'm going to pull one more for clarity, but the King of Staves, okay, is ruled by fire and is someone who is their energy, so their energy signature, the King of Staves, is someone who is very direct, someone who doesn't hold back, speaks their mind. They can be quite brash in a way, like they don't hold back, that they can be insensitive almost sometimes is the shadow side. But the light side, you know, the kind of positive energy is that they are fantastic at getting things moving, getting projects off the ground. They're very driven. Now, what I'm interested, Machi, is does this sound like their energy signature from what you know? I'm wondering if this is someone new who is coming through for. Okay, well, let's go with that then, because then we have the Two of Cups, which is about a soulmate connection. Is there someone else in the picture, Machi? So this is a strong soul connection. Four of Staves is more of this love story. This is a long-term commitment, a card of marriage. Okay, how do they feel about you? I need to know if this is you, this connection is about, or if they're in a connection with someone else. Tell me, Spirit, how do they feel about Machi? Okay, this makes sense. The distance, okay, because there is distance that you are feeling here. And I feel like because their character is King of Staves, which is very, like I say, forthcoming, direct, like they're not someone who lacks courage, okay? They're not someone who doesn't speak their mind. So this makes me think that their thoughts, their feelings are potentially with someone else, with this Two of Cups and with this Four of Staves, yeah? So they're either with this person right now, that's going on, or their heart and mind is still connected to someone from the past, okay? The world tells me that, you know, if the connection with you is going to move forward, then obviously this needs to close out before a new cycle can begin. So I don't know how open they are, how close they are to you, if they would, like I say, if they are supposedly sort of single on the surface, or they are single, their heart and mind is still with someone else, someone who it looks like to me that they were in love with, or had, you know, yeah, a very strong connection. There's still deep feelings here. Or this could still be active, and obviously it's just something that you're not aware of or privy to. But that's the distance. That's where their heart and mind is, okay, is connected to, has someone else on their mind. So this is not all is not lost with this, because we do have the World card come through, which is about beginnings, is about new beginnings and endings, okay? And the World card is about cycles needing to close out in order for new beginnings to start. So he always says he doesn't believe he can fall in love. I mean, I can only take what the cards say, Machi, and this tells me that, you know, he may be saying that for self-preservation, but there is someone in the picture with this 2 of Cups and 4 of Staves, okay, that tells me that this is where his heart and mind is at, and that's what's causing the distance. Maybe that didn't work out, and maybe that's made him cynical about love. Who knows? Okay, we don't know. This is a too short a it would need much more in-depth readings to kind of really go in on this. So it's up to you, Machi. We will need patience for this to close out, to see if a new cycle can begin with you, okay? If this needs to be released, yeah? So you're saying that he's single, so in a way that's positive, in the sense of that this is an emotional, like he's maybe in love with someone and it hasn't worked out. So if you have deep feelings for this person and want to wait this out, wait for this cycle to be closed out, give it time, and then this will create energetic space for a new beginning with this person, okay? But the question was, what's the distance? And it's because their feelings are still energetically connected to someone else. So I hope that resonated, Machi. Keep us posted. Next up we have Country My Love. I hope you're still here. Go ahead and post your question if you are. I'm glad people like the emojis. Making it easier to read, yeah? So Country asks, how are my guides feeling about DJ as my forever partner currently? The energy has been super in and out lately. Okay, let's have a look, Country. So how do the guides, what do they feel at the moment? I like the way that you phrase this question. How do they feel about DJ's your forever partner? What are their comments on this? Oh, we're getting so many staves today. The collective energy is giving King, Queen, Princess of Staves. Oh, we have still got some questions about this, okay? They're not saying walk away, but they're saying continue to ask questions, Country. Continue to be analytical almost about this. Can you see how the princess is looking at this stave? So that is the relationship, the connection, okay? And she's holding this stave out, and she is really looking closely at it and looking at it from all aspects, looking at its potential, looking at its growth. Now, because it's staves, this still has energy, very much energy in it of heart's desires, of passions, you know, of fire, yeah? So this is nice to see. I almost feel like I'm going to ask for more, but it is saying, like, watch this space. It's quite a hard place to stand that, yeah? In that, to not have that certainty. But the jury's out maybe for your guides. They're not saying walk away, but they're just saying continue to be constructively critical, yeah? Let's have a look at DJ's feelings about this. I know you said in and out, so I just want to zero in on how does he feel about you? How does he feel about this connection, if that's all right with you? Ooh, that's nice. He's come through as the King of Pentacles. So he's feeling, I mean, from this energy, he's into this, okay? Because the Pentacles is stable, is grounded. I know you said that the energy feels in and out. But from his side of things, on a kind of deeper level, you know, going deeper, he's into this. He wants to make it work, this tells me. There's something also about this particular King of Pentacles who, I hope this resonates, okay? There's almost some kind of naivety that comes through from this king who maybe he doesn't always pick up on that your doubts, or that he doesn't quite grasp maybe sometimes what it kind of takes. Maybe the in-out energy, maybe he doesn't know how much it affects this connection or even damages this connection. Let me know if this resonates, okay? It's almost like there's just something in his energetic field where it's like he maybe doesn't quite get it. I don't know if this is from previous relationships that he's had, the way that he's been brought up, something about that something is in him that sometimes doesn't grasp the full picture. I know this seems like almost quite a vague message, so I hope it lands for you, resonates with DJ and his energy. But all I would say is that, you know, his heart is in the right place, and that he is invested in this and is committed with it, because the King of Pentacles, that is his whole vibe and energy. Yeah, really. He is not like, what's the word, flighty, or there is something very real here. Okay. Country says, yes, he can be a bit harsh with his words sometimes, but I can feel him melt when I say how it makes me feel, okay? He doesn't say sorry, but I do feel his energy get remorseful. Yeah, I think maybe he sees things in black and white. That's maybe how he moves through the world. And there's some more sensitivity in that you are maybe more complex, and he can be very black and white, and sometimes you're like just rubbing up against that. So I do think he wants to do better. It's going to take time. I just don't want to disappoint my guides, but I do feel he loves me. Yeah, like I said, heart is in the right place. And you are not, for reassurance, I really feel like you're not disappointing your guides, because they're not saying walk away here, country. They're saying it's okay to give yourself that time, to give DJ time to continue to assess this and figure this out. Yeah, just watch it closely, which I'm sure you are, but it's saying it's okay to be in it, and to be seeing where this goes and giving it a chance. Yeah, so very black and white he is, and you're complex. Yeah, so that can be tricky, that, you know, to navigate that. Okay, country, keep us posted. Yeah, TB, my love, please go ahead and post your question. Let me do a little list update. Tia says, update, Pisces and I are back on track. Awesome. You're welcome, country. I'm glad that landed for you. Tia says, Pisces and I are back on track. Very happy to hear that, Tia. He called and explained what was going on. It was family. I plan on rehoming my cat, no, to a sanctuary this weekend. How will she adjust? Will she be okay? I don't think I can really read for that, Tia. Is there any other option than rehoming to a sanctuary? I'm glad to hear that you and the Pisces are back on track. Let me know if you've got another question. I don't think the tarot on the on your cat question, not really how I would read the tarot, but by all means go ahead and ask another question. Whilst Tia's, if you want to ask another question, please post. Divine timing, please go ahead and post, my love. Oh, do you have to give her away, Tia? Because she's most likely, probably, unfortunately, will be euthanized if she's got health issues, if she's going to a sanctuary. I'm quite big into like rescue and animal rescue, so if you can keep her, if that would be possible, like I say, with her health issues, unfortunately she would probably most likely be euthanized. I would advise, if you can hold on to her, that's good that there are no kill sanctuary then. Is it because of the upkeep of what's been hard about it? All I would say is, realistically, it's unlikely that I'm not saying that it's impossible, but in like a sanctuary situation, unfortunately, as sad as it is, people don't take the older or the sick animals. So she may be there for some time. I know those situations really can be quite stressful for animals. I don't want to like get into a, you know, kind of, I don't want to preach on here, but, you know, I am big into animal rescue, and unfortunately, it's unlikely, Tia, that I would say that if she went to, from what I know, you know, and I know quite a bit about sanctuaries and rescues, even though the sanctuaries are doing the absolute best that they can, it's not a great situation for animals. It's very stressful, particularly ones with health issues. So if you can, even though, you know, I understand it's difficult and emotional to have a sick animal, for her to stay with you and be in a more peaceful environment. But let's move on. I'll leave it there, okay? And let's have a look at what's next for you and the Pisces, yeah? I'm glad to hear that you are back on track. Oh, nice. 9 of Pentacles. This is a very kind of abundant energy. I feel like that you will be feeling, because it's pentacles as well, so it's kind of giving me safe energy, secure energy, a period of, you know, this lady here, this woman here is walking through this beautiful garden. She has the security of her pentacles. She's admiring this kind of beautiful bird here, which I feel like is connected to a real kind of sense of space and joy. So there is kind of freedom in this relationship and maybe the emotional journey of what it's almost like when we feel safe and when we feel secure, we can feel more easy breezy free. Yeah, like we're not so stressed out about, you know, what's going on. Are we going to hear from them? Are we going to where is this heading? Where is this going? It's like we can be more present, yeah? We can be more in the moment and enjoy the, you know, smell the roses kind of energy here. So it feels good. It feels like a secure, because it feels secure, because it feels safe, then we can get to smell the roses and enjoy the journey. And this Nine of Pentacles card, it always has something kind of a bit about freedom. Like I say, being free of the anxiety of when we're in a connection that is not, that is more, say, toxic or something. But when we're in a good connection, we can relax, yeah, we can breathe, we can take a breath. So this is a positive message for the connection. It's like a good era that we are entering into, that is more stable and more steady. So I hope that resonated. No, divine timing, my love. Just in time you are. So post your question now, please. And then after divine timing, Judite, my love, if you are here, please do go ahead and post as well, just so we can keep things moving. You're welcome, Tia. So we have divine timing, then we have Judite. So let me know, divine timing, are we single? Are we in a situationship? Are we in a relationship? Always provide detailed context when asking. And Judite, Eco 7, if you both want to go ahead and post as well, just to keep things moving. Hey Judite, go ahead and post. So what I'm asking is, what is your situation now, divine timing? So are you single? Are we looking at, are you in a connection? Is there anyone specific that we want to look at, yeah? Again, Judite, who is Luke, so please guys, provide detail, provide context if you would like a reading. Okay. So is this love Judite though? Is why we just let me know why we're interested in Luke. Yeah? Okay, divine timing, thank you. Yeah, so don't hold back, guys, okay? Obviously share as much as you feel comfortable, but if you do want a meaningful reading, like as I always say at the beginning, I'm an energy reader. Let me know, you know, why are we looking at this person, or where are we at now? Why is this on our mind? What do we care about? Context, detail, etc. It allows me to connect with your energy, to understand what we're looking for, what are we sort of really asking, yeah? And then it brings a meaningful message through for you. Okay, divine, there we go. This is for you. Ooh. Power. Freya. This is in the traditional deck, this is the Chariot. So in the near future, what is coming for you, divine timing, is very much forward movement on this, okay? So if things have felt stagnant, have felt maybe stop-start energy, or maybe just no one that you've been able to connect with, okay? But look at this Freya energy that is just charging forward. So something big is going to shift it. It's a major arcana as well, okay? Tell me about this person who, because I feel like a person is, I'm assuming, is going to, you know, trigger this. Oh, Three of Swords, some heartache here. What's this about? Is this some old heartache that's unresolved, that is still with you? Three of Swords, heartache, heartbreak, deep wounds, okay? Deep wounds. I don't know if your heart got broke badly at some point, divine timing, okay? Nonetheless, Freya is movement away from this, healing, change, okay? So we kind of maybe going from this to this. Anything else, Spirit? It might not want to tell me who this is yet. It might not know who this is yet. But there we go. Commitment. This is a card of marriage even. Obviously not everyone wants to get married, but it can just be a card of commitment, stability. Whenever we see fours, yeah, this talks about stability. This couple, you know, is getting married here, but they are committing to each other. There is a union. So there we go. It's not telling me about their energetic signature, but there is for sure someone coming through that is going to pull you out of this Three of Swords energy. You've been doing a lot of healing, but my past relationships have not been good ones. So that's great that you've been doing that healing, and that is going to be paying off. Divine Time says, I've been really wanting someone lately, more than usual, but I'm not settling. All a good place to come from, okay? A powerful place, just like this Freya. But you can expect change when it does come Divine Timing, which it is coming for you, okay? And things will move fast, okay? Things will charge forward. It will be a force within you, okay? That a magnetic connection, it feels like, that will pull you forward, and usher in big change. So be ready, yeah, to ride that wave. And then what's nice though as well is this lovely, stable, committed energy that also comes through with it. So it's like, once, you know, love can hit us hard and it can be a bit of a wild ride, but we land here. So that's nice, you know, like there is depth and meaning and commitment here. And then we can maybe leave this Three of Swords, this kind of it will bring some more healing, okay? You've been doing your own healing, but this connection will bring some healing as well. Nice reading there. Exciting. I would look forward to that if I was you, divine timing. Okay, Judite, my love, this is for you. The energy of Luke towards me, and this is a potential love interest, okay? Does he have romantic feelings for you? Let's have a look, Judite. Luke's feelings, please, Spirit, towards Judite. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. Could it be any more clearer? I mean, this card is called Love, Judite. Love these messages. Love these messages. I mean, you know, I don't do yes, no questions, but there couldn't be a clearer message here. That Judite, yes, there is potential for romance, for love, for all that good stuff. So if your intuition, yeah, is picking up on this, is feeling those vibes, then this is mutual, okay? I hope you can see that. Daydreamy, you know, we've got this gorgeous blossom tree. It's like pretty straightforward message, okay? So I'm not going to complicate things, Judah, okay? I just think this is a very confirming message for you. So believe it, know it. Yeah, I don't know what to say, says Judah. Yeah, just believe it and know it, and see what happens next. Yes, and keep us posted, Judah. Loads of daydreaming, yes, that kind of daydreamy energy, which is it's actually, enjoy it, you know, Judah, enjoy it, because that's such a nice place to be when we're thinking of someone in that daydreaming, lovey-dovey energy. Okay, I don't want to oh, he's your manager, okay. You didn't tell me that bit. Well, I won't comment on that, Judah. That certainly adds a more complicated layer to it. But the question was, what are his feelings? And the message was clear, okay? So keep us posted, Judah. Watch this space. Eco 7, my love, this is for you. Eco 7 asks, what opportunities is the universe presenting to me now that align with my career goals? Okay, so what opportunities, universe, what opportunities are you presenting to Eco 7 that align with their career goals? Interesting. 3 of Cups, networking, connections, not doing this alone, things that can, collaboration. So 3 is obviously allowing other influences, other people to input. It's also allowing, so that's the opportunities that are going to be presented, or the opportunities to pursue as well, Eco 7. Could be in social situations, or if you know, online social connections. The 3 of Cups has a very kind of light-hearted energy to it as well, so it has this element of fun. Sometimes I think there's this message that it's almost like a repeated message for you, Eco 7, in some ways throughout your career, is to remember to learn and grow the business through joy as well, and sort of often coming back to that aspect. But this is a very clear message to me in the opportunities is with collaborations and other people who can help you. Paid, unpaid, friends, you know, wherever these can be sought after, I would be open to these connections, say yes to them, seek them out if possible. You know, put yourself in positions like this where you maybe connect with like-minded people or reach out to people who you know could be a resource. Like, don't shy away from that. There is something to be gained, and it's something about as well not like just doing it all on your own. So much can be gained from collaboration and leaning. It's okay to kind of lean on other people who can, you know, input. Let them bring their cup to the party. I hope that resonates, Eco 7. The clear message is to allow others as much as possible into this. So I hope that resonates. There's some people out there who can bring something to your business for sure. Okay, I'm just going to update the list. You're welcome, Eco. So next we have It's Me Again and Kitty Cat Meow. If you want to go for it and post your questions, please. There's the full list. So It's Me Again, Kitty Cat Meow. Thank you, It's Me Again. It's Me Again says, what should I expect next in love? I am single. I've pulled back from a connection where things never really got off the ground, though I feel the energetic bond. Thank you. Okay. What should I expect next in love? So this is who you can expect next in love. I think It's Me Again. This is someone's energy, Princess of Staves. So this could be a fire sign or someone who has fire prominent in their chart. So this is someone who is driven, who is passionate, but there is something quite self-contained about this particular princess's energy. Because as we can see here that she is assessing this stave, you know, she's quite careful about who she gives her love to. It doesn't matter about gender, you know, whatever applies, obviously. But they are careful about who they are in a connection with, mainly because when they are in a connection, it is often a deep connection, okay, that they have strong feelings when they do connect with someone, okay, someone who doesn't fall very often, but when they do, they fall hard. Now, you may recognize this person's energetic signature, or if not, then this is what is coming next, someone new. So this can either be the deepening of an existing connection, or it can be something just completely fresh and new. But what Spirit has brought through is who they are. Interesting character, okay? Interesting energy. Someone very, I keep feeling like it's a very thoughtful energy. But kind of underneath that analytical vibes is a real fiery, passionate, deep feelings there. Judgment comes through. Could be someone here. Tell you what resonates, leave what doesn't, okay? If this person is someone from the past who I don't know if maybe that you've made a mistake with, maybe you messed up, and maybe that's where this cautiousness is coming from, and it could be a connection that is coming back through. It doesn't necessarily have to be with you of where that cautiousness comes through, okay? This could be a past relationship where this person, I guess, has been hurt or has been let down by people in the past. So this also makes them, this is why they have that wall up, so to speak. But it's nothing that can't be overcome and built with trust. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it feels like that this is someone from the past that you made a mistake with, and that there is potential here still for you to work things out, or this could be from a previous relationship. I feel like this is explaining why this person's energy is so, okay, I'm watching this very closely, I'm watching this connection, I'm watching this person very closely, because I'm kind of going to get out if it doesn't look good. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks, Kitty Cat Meow. This is for you. So Kitty Cat asks, will I be okay with where my life is heading? I am going through some losses. I'm sorry to hear that, Kitty, and have to start over from scratch. And I'm very nervous and stressed about my finances and housing. Okay, I don't know what to do. It's me again says, I think I know who this is. Yeah, thank you very much for the reading. You confirmed my intuition. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know it's me again. It's always good to get feedback. Let me know how these readings land with you. I really always appreciate that. But Kitty, this is for you, my love. I'm sorry to hear that you are going through this tough time. Let's see what Spirit has to say on this, okay? Bearing all this in mind, the losses, having to start over, finances, housing, I get it. I've been there. What do you need to focus on, I think would be good. Okay, 5 of Swords. This is, yeah, we've had to make some tough stuff has gone on for sure. Swords are pretty brutal, yeah? They're the most brutal suit in the deck. They really like either force us to cut things out of our lives, like you say, these losses, or we've been cut out. It's like these kind of harsh, brutal endings. You see all these swords that are here on the ground. It's like these kind of battles that you have been through, Kitty. Now, look, it almost feels like the battle is over and we're left kind of battered and bruised, and we are looking out onto the horizon of what comes next. Now with the 5, this is encouraging. Always when we have 5s, Kitty, is that it will pass, and it will actually pass quicker than what you may feel. That you may be having this moment now of, oh my goodness, like what the hell is going to happen next, you know? But actually there is some calmness about this card. There is some stillness here, and that this sense of that it is over, and that this will pass. I'm going to see what comes next, okay? Because can you see this is you? You're looking, you've got 1 sword left, you know, to kind of be ready for the next thing. But yeah, it's been intense, it's been heavy. What comes next? Oh, How nice. Abundance comes next, Kitty. Wisdom. Look, this is your energy. Look how much better that you're feeling. This is the equivalent to, say, in the traditional deck of if we know the Empress card, which is about abundance. This is a much more... This is... I mean, look at the contrast of here, where we've come from. This kind of empty space. What's going to be filled in this empty space after this kind of brutal battle? And this is what will fill this space. So this is very much like divine feminine energy, Kitty, as well. Of being able to trust and welcome this in. Embody it as much as you can. In nature abhors a vacuum, and we need to trust ultimately that we can usher in abundance and that the next step will come. The wisdom, okay, the wisdom of what you've learned, take the lessons of what you've learned from the past and trust that those things that you lost, the difficult things anyway that you were lost, I guess that maybe certain people needed to be released, yeah, from your life. I don't know, I don't know the specific of these losses, so I don't want to comment on, you know, the grief as well that you might be feeling, and I understand that, yeah. Thank you, Kiki. She's the goddess of knowledge in Hindu goddess. Awesome. Thank you for confirming. So this is about trusting yourself. This is about trusting the universe, that what you will need will come through. What you can do in this space, I know that you do manifest as well, so you can lean into those daily practices. And I feel like that things are on the turn. You are at that turning point of when things will improve. And this is a major arcana as well. So this is an important turning point. I hope that resonated. I hope that brought you some comfort, some hope. Grief, disappointment and confusion, yeah. You know, there's no doubt that it's hard to navigate, but I feel like that was a comforting message of that better things are on the way, and that there is, I feel like it was almost had a 10 of Swords energy with that 5 of Swords, that the worst is over. Keep us posted. Thank you, Pooja and Kiki, for your input. Okay, Sonali and Feli, my love, if you are here, Feli, please do post your question. So Sonali, this is for you. What's coming in my love life next? I am single. The Ace of Pentacles. So an offering, a chance for, oh, look at that, the cards jumping around. Sonali. The Aces are all about new beginnings, fresh starts. Pentacles, to me, always, you know, is a very grounded energy. So it is a real and tangible thing. Something that can, something to be built on, yeah? Like laying a good foundation, starting from an Ace is like a great place to start, okay? Because it is real, it is tangible, it is earth energy. It could be that this connection, because it's Pentacles, could be connected to that you meet someone through work, through study, through that way. Yes, those kind of channels, that's worth noting. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But the ace is always about potential. And we ought to get to the 10 of Pentacles, we start at the ace. So I don't want to overcomplicate these messages, because I feel like there is a really beautiful, sincere answer that has come through there, that there is a new beginning that is on the horizon for you. It does require patience, the Pentacles, so it's something that can be quite slow moving, at least initially, and requires patience, maybe getting to know someone. If you feel a spark of connection, allow it to build, and don't rush the process. So I hope that resonates. Thank you, Theli. Theli asks, want to know if there's anyone of significance or any hookups since Amin and I have been so off and on in long distance this past year. Need clarity on his feelings. So are we looking at Amin? All right, okay, so you want to know if there's anyone else in the picture for Amin. What I'll do is, because I don't really read the tarot in that way, I think what I can do is look at Amin's feelings for you, if that is helpful. Oh, there we go. Oh, but saying that, we do have a 3 Feli, so I will not, this may not be what you want to hear, but 3s can often, I can't speak specifically with the question that you asked, does tell me that yes, a third party situation potentially could be going on here. Now, because we have a 3, yeah, and because it's cups as well, so cups has this, the kind of the positive side of the cups is that it's, about having a good time and being joyful and being happy and celebrating. But the shadow side of the cups is that it can be quite superficial, or someone who is partying too much, okay? So who is really, in some ways, is where they're emotionally at, Theli, at the moment, is being, there's really kind of some superficial feelings here going on. So what I'm trying to say is that yes, there are hookups. I would think this is kind of hookup energy. It's not someone of significance, but there have potentially been other people or flirtations, connections. Obviously, I don't know how deep this would go, but three of cups, undoubtedly, if there was going to be like third party card, then this often shows up. Not someone of deep connections or particular significance is not what I'm picking up on. But maybe your person, maybe Amin, is just, this is where they're at. This is all they're emotionally available for. They're not in a place where they can commit or want to commit. They may want to play the field. They're into having a good time. They just want to have fun. And that can be painful, obviously, if that is not where you're at and not what you're, that we can't get a commitment from this person. What I feel like, it's not that they're committed to anyone else. They're just not in a space as yet. This can change. This is up to you if you want to wait, because this is just a current read. But where they're at now is that they don't want anything serious. They're in a kind of superficial energy. He's just in a superficial energy, Feli. So he's into just playing the field. He doesn't want anything serious right now, is what I'm getting from this energy. Go back, rewatch this reading to get the full picture. So it's up to you if you want to free will, if you want to see if he can come back to you, but this just gives us a current read on their energy now, and I feel that they don't want anything serious. and they're out, you know, for a good time, not a long time. If that makes sense. Like I say, things can change, Feli. Free will on that part if you want to see if this person's energy will shift and can change, and that they can move into a space where they might be open to commitment, but they're not there at the moment. So Alvin, if you are here, please go ahead and post your question, Alvin. And then we have Nat as well. If you're still here, my love, please go ahead and post. Oh, thanks, Alvin. Oh, you broke things off. It's okay. All right. That's good to know, Feli. Sometimes it's hard to deliver these messages. I don't want to hurt people, but I have to be truthful, honest, share what the cards say, and, you know, be authentic. Or what's the point? Yeah. So Alvin asks, I have a big job interview later today. What is emerging in the energy about this job's potential? How exciting. Potentially nerve-wracking, Alvin. Let's see what energy is around this interview. Congratulations on getting the interview. Ooh. 5 of Staves, interesting. Okay, so 5 of Staves sometimes is, well, it is a card of kind of conflict. It can be inner conflict, or it could be external conflict. So it could be about even competition in the, you know, in the interview of other applicants. Something about, you know, I'm almost feeling like, you know, you're throwing your hat in the ring, and you will have to go into this. I'm sure you will, but this is a kind of reminder of to go in fighting, okay, Alvin, and this is ruled by fire, Staves, okay? So this is about bringing that competitive edge and going in and being quite fierce, hold your ground, fight for your place. Let me know if you've got any kind of internal conflict that is playing a part in this as well. You know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, about the 5s, though, always worth noting that this is no real harm will be done from this conflict. It's almost like friendly competition. Almost be as well, if possible, be kind of, don't let the fierceness put you off. Like, be playful with it. I hope this is landing. And the 5 of Staves says that this fiery kind of competitive energy, it will sort of pass and evolve and change into something else as well. It's not telling me that this is the energy of the job. It's just the energy of the interview. Yes, it's landing, St. Alvin. Good. Anything else, Spirit? Final message for Alvin. It feels good. It feels energetic for sure. There is energy in this. This is about not letting anxiety and fear, which maybe goes, you know, hand in hand with every kind of job interview. The 8 of Swords is about our anxieties and fears psyching us out and getting the better of us. Yeah, so again, obviously goes without saying not to let that get the better of you. Maybe don't be psyched out by the interviewer, maybe other people in the interview, like applicants, however this interview is set up. Don't be psyched out. That's what I feel like. Go in fighting, play the game, you know, almost like don't let their competitiveness, don't take it too seriously, all that kind of vibes. It's almost like this is yeah, anyway, we need to advocate for ourselves and don't let other people throw us off our game and put you into anxiety, fears, I'm not good enough, whatever your anxiety is. Oh, there we go. So Alvin says there is another person in the company who has the same role and may not be doing well in it, so I may be perceived as a threat. Yes, absolutely. Someone is maybe going to try and throw you off, which may be them. So just, yeah, almost like don't let it hold you back. Don't let them throw you off your game. It will pass as well, that kind of energy. Keep us posted, Alvin. All the best. Thinking of you for that. Thinking of you for that interview. Let us know how it goes on Friday. Okay, Nat, this is for you. So Nat says, I was going to ask something else, but I like these cards for love energy. Fantastic. Based on other readings, can I get a future love energy? Absolutely, Nat. Future love energy, Spirit, please, for Nat. You're welcome, Alvin. Go in fighting. Okay, this is for Nat. What's coming next in love for Nat? Ooh, new beginning, clarity. Look at this, like a fork in the road, you know. This sword marks the start of something new. And maybe the confusion and messiness of the past can be left behind. It's all about, I know there's been a lot of release in Nat for you. I feel like about cutting people out of, you know, the sword is about cutting out as well connections that are not good for us, that are drains on us, and making fresh starts. And there's more of this, okay, and continuing down that path, and how this is all leading to a new beginning and a fresh start. Spirit, can we get an energy read on who this new start is with? Oh, the cards are getting choppy. Latoya, the reading list is closed. Unfortunately, I will be live again on Friday. Spirit, can you tell me who? Ooh, doesn't tell me who, but it says, look, this is your energy, Nat. We are victorious for sure, yeah? Six of Staves is celebration, being seen, acknowledgement. Look, she's happy, yeah, for sure. She's on her way. After, you know, these each stave represents a challenge, a battle that you've already been through, Nat. You've been through these staves, you know, these difficulties, these challenges, and we emerge victorious. She almost looks like a bride, doesn't she? I have to say that. That doesn't have to be necessarily about getting married again, but it can just be about commitment and a celebration. It's very celebratory, can't say that word, energy. And it's all connected to kind of making tough decisions and cutting people off and not letting people waste your time and holding space for what you want. And like I keep saying, I've said a few times today, nature abhors a vacuum. So we're not doing nothing by holding space. We're intentionally waiting and saying, no, I'm not allowing anyone who is not up to par into this space, okay? And this is what will lead you to this celebration. And this is what will lead you to success in the area of relationships. So I hope that resonated, Nat. Yes, this Virgo season has been transformative indeed for me. Yeah, me too, Nat. Hasn't it just? It's been pretty wild, to be fair. You're welcome, Latoya. Please join us on Friday if you can. Okay, so we have Danny next, if you're here. I'm just going to post the remainder of the list. We have Danny, we have Sarah. Nat says, okay, I like this energy. Yeah, gives me hope of steps taken are leading to right path. Exactly. Can often feel like sometimes someone was talking about this I was watching, and they were saying like it's the stuff that we do that it feels almost like it's we're not doing anything because we don't sort of see. Obviously spirit doesn't tend to give like instantaneous results, but it's often in the stuff that we don't quite know why we're doing them, but we know we need to. That's like important to remember that we really are doing something. And what, Sarah, are we in no contact? Are we in a relationship with C? Thank you for your question, Sarah. Danny, I'm not sure if you're here. Do post. Yes, stagnant and bored. Believe that there's meaning still happening that night in what you're doing. Okay, not in a relationship yet, although I'm manifesting that. Awesome, Sarah, well done. Okay. Let's see what C is feeling about you. Oof, here we go. We have Sarasvati again. A major arcana. I'd say you hold an important place in their mind, in their heart. This is certainly kind of powerful energy that has come through. And it's a very beautiful image of someone. So I would say that they see you in a very good light. There's sort of a real calmness about this card, and the wisdom that you possess, and that they see you as someone who knows what kind of, like someone who has lived a life and taken those lessons and really kind of integrated them. There's also, like I say, like a peace about this card, okay? So someone who is comfortable with themselves, someone who is, however you feel kind of inside, Sarah, this is kind of the vibes that you are presenting to them. Certainly potential of someone to be in a relationship for sure, because there isn't anything negative here, yeah? Let's see what's going on for them, maybe why they're holding back, or why, because there's nothing negative here that they see about you. So There we go. 5 of Cups. So there's something heavier going on for them. I don't know if they're still reeling from some kind of loss, okay? The 5 of Cups is always about loss. And someone that's also kind of sunk into those negative feelings. So they feel there's something about what's going on for them at the moment where they're maybe closed off. They're either dealing with some pain, some heartache maybe from a past relationship that didn't work out, or it could be in an entirely different area of their lives. So tell what resonates with that. But you can see how this card is giving struggle, yeah? And the 5 of Cups, the advice for this person is that they do need to actually focus on, allow yourself to feel the pain, allow yourself to feel the suffering and the loss, okay? It's not about rejecting that, but we must at some point focus as well on what we have going for us and focus on that in order to move forward, in order to move through these feelings and start living again. So that's what's going on for them, which gives us deeper insight into why you're not seeing movement, why you're not seeing progress, okay? It isn't a reflection of you. They see you bringing fantastic energy here, Sarah. But yeah, they are working through something. So up to you if you want to hang around for that and have patience, see if that moves, you know. But it gives us some clarity and insight anyway into where they're at. So I hope that resonates, Sarah. Thank you, Namira, for posting your question. What do you see in love for me? I'm single at the moment. Lots of love questions today. Love is the collective vibes. Seven of Staves. We are... Ooh, Seven of Staves is like really needing to hold your ground on something here. Seven of Staves is often when we are being pressured or pushed by others or by even maybe by a part of ourselves. There's some kind of pressure here that I feel like, Namira, maybe you're putting yourself under pressure that you shouldn't be single and that we need to meet someone, or maybe you're getting pressure from others to be in a relationship. But there's something about holding your ground and someone or something is trying to overwhelm you and push you into a place where you don't want to go. Let me know if that resonates and how that might be manifesting. It can leave us stressed. It can leave us, you know, feeling overwhelmed. Tell me more, Spirit. Then we have a Judgment card, which is about having to make tough decisions and having to make decisions that are right for us. It might be about not giving into just any kind of relationship. Maybe there's that pressure to feel like I just need to go out with someone, and maybe you've made some bold choices to hold out, to actually wait for a real connection, for the right person. Because Judgment is all about that kind of energy of needing to make the right decision, but often tough decisions. There are people around you that have your back, that support you, that love you, that want the best for you. Namira says, maybe I feel the energy of my ex. Maybe that's some, I don't know if you have doubt, Namira, about if you did the right thing about that ending. You know, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But there's some kind of something stressing you out around this area of love that needs to be... The advice is, I suppose, is to keep standing your ground. Try not to be, don't be bullied into something that you don't want to be a part of. It may be even coming up in the future energy, this. I don't know if you have pressure from family, or it could be just pressure from yourself. So Spirit says, stand your ground. Try not to be stressed about this pressure, wherever it comes from. The Judgment card is about making the right decision, but often, like I said, the right decision is kind of a tough decision, but you're doing the best by yourself. You're doing the best for yourself. It very much feels like about holding your ground and holding your boundaries and holding out for what you really want. And maybe that's what you did with your ex as well. And sometimes maybe you doubt and question that, but it says that you did the right thing in always holding your ground and setting boundaries of what's right for you. Is never regret that, you know. So I hope that resonated. Okay, so I don't know who is still here, but this is the list. Next we have supporting character. We have Anne and we have Pooja. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Namira says, yes, I did with my ex boundaries. So if you put boundaries with your ex, then you did the right thing in doing that, and hopefully that you don't doubt that or question that, yeah? Hey, supporting character. Thank you, Kiki. So, supporting character, I'll stick to order, so I'll read supporting character, and then we have Kiki. Supporting character says, I sent my novel to a publishing house. Awesome. They haven't responded within 6 months. This was the estimated waiting period. What's the energy around? Okay, so what's the advice and energy around this? Keeping you up at night, worries, anxieties, fears, supporting character. Have you, so this is about dealing with these worries and fears, okay? So maybe again, like if first thing to remember, so if not this publishing house, then it could be another one, okay? There are many, many ways to make this happen for yourself. Now, it may be worth, if you are finding that this is obviously really playing on your mind, maybe causing you anxieties, fears, worries, because this card actually comes through to say that these are really unfounded, these anxieties and fears. So this is ultimately a reassuring card, I always find, because it says, you know, that thing that's keeping you up at night, it's not as bad as it seems. That dark place that maybe you go to thinking this is never going to happen for me, this is unfounded, okay? So we have options. We have, you know, many different publishing houses for once, but not to say that this is over with this one. What I feel like is, have you directly reached out to them? Because obviously you've waited that 6-month timeline. This can be sometimes about taking control of the situation. Again, supporting character, there is nothing wrong with being keen, with being direct. And reaching out to them for clarity, just so that you can get closure on this. So you can either, if it's a no, we can release it and we can move forward, or if it's a yes, then fantastic, let's start moving forward with this. But there's no harm in being proactive. I am very big on being proactive in shifting the energy and not sitting with the fear if we can do something about it and take action. So you may have already done this, but so take what resonates, leave what doesn't with that. I don't want to wait anymore. They said that they will only respond if they would publish it. Okay, so maybe that's a no then, if you've waited that time and they would only respond. So maybe let's take control of the anxiety and the fear and start pursuing different opportunities, yeah? Take care of, take control of the situation and pursue other publishing houses, support and coach. You may already be doing that, but energetically release this. If you feel like, if they'd only respond within this time, then that's a no. And then we just can walk away from that, so we don't waste our precious energy on this. If you want to have a definitive answer, if you still feel like, oh, could it be just that they haven't got back to us, then reach out and put this to bed one way or the other. But don't let it, I think the message is don't let this continue to linger on your mind. Take control of the situation. Okay, so Anne, my love, this is for you. We're having a look at your crush. Samita, the list is closed today, my love. Do catch us on Friday. I'll be live again on Friday if you can join us then. Keep things moving, supporting character. Try other ventures. There will be focus on your manifestations as well. This is not your only option. I understand that it's disappointing though. Okay, Anne, this is for you and your crush, my love. Let's have a look at the energy around this. Ooh, the Moon card, Major Arcana. This is, the Moon card is about things being mysterious, things maybe still being hidden, being unclear. The advice being as well, Diana, is very dynamic, is very independent, and she is a free spirit. So I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to continue to live your life, to not put too much on this crush energy. The path still doesn't seem clear, the way forward of how this will unfold. The Moon is what is often about what is kept in the dark and what is hidden. And I feel like with this message, it's about maybe in a way just surrendering to that fact that it will take time for things to unfold. And maybe it's time to distract yourself, Anne, from this as well, because I know that we've been looking at this for some time. And I feel like there's just this energy we need to keep things moving, and we need to surrender in some way to, so we're not in a waiting energy, if that makes sense, if that resonates, okay? Diana would not allow anyone or any energies to kind of hold them back. So put your energy into other things, into other people, into other ventures. If this will happen, it will happen, but at the minute, there is no clarity. It is still in the dark of what this will potentially unfold to. Something or nothing, we don't know yet. It's still hidden. It remains a mystery. So let that be that. Let's not try and force that. Let's not try to force to shine a light on it. Some things need to remain hidden. And I feel like the message is to focus our energy back to ourselves, okay? Back on ourselves. And where is there light? Where is the path clear? Where is that taking us? Where is that directing us? So I hope that resonated, Anne. Kiki, my love, this is for you. I feel like you have posted your question yet. Kiki asks, I'm single for a while. What should I expect in love this fall season? Will I come across the one? So don't do yes, no questions, but we can have a look at the energy of love in fall and see what that brings. It was weird, this kind of jumped out to me. So, yes, love is on the cards. This beautiful card has come through again, which is obviously very self-explanatory. Planet Venus, which is about many things, but one of those things being love, romance, matters of the heart. Someone may already be on your mind and it can be the continuation of this, or if you're not feeling that, then there will be certainly someone who comes through who really captures your heart and captures your mind, Kiki, okay? So it is on the cards, it is near, and this, you will find yourself daydreaming about this person, and you know, it has a very dreamy energy here. But beautiful energy, you know, says exactly, it's a very clear, direct message that love is near, love is on the cards. Tell you what resonates with, if you feel like this daydreamy energy is already with you, and then it can be the potential and growth of that, or if that hasn't struck, if that doesn't land, then it's someone new. But yeah, this feels imminent, yeah? It is a beautiful card, isn't it? I really love that card. So I'll leave it there. I won't complicate that message. So just believe that message, embody it, know that it's on its way to you, Kiki, okay? And kind of really like lean into that. Take some peace from that, yeah, that knowing that it's on its way to you. So Pooja, last but not least, thank you for posting. What are Pawan's current feelings and thoughts for me? Since we were never in a relationship, but there was a mutual liking for each other, okay, and we're now in no contact, does he still hold love for me? And is there a divine possibility of us reuniting and sharing a future together? Nice question, Pooja. Let's see where they're at, yeah? You're welcome, Kiki. Let's have a look at Pawan's feelings, thoughts for you, Pooja. Ooh. So he holds you in high regard. He sees you as a Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is quite a tough character, okay? Like, she doesn't hold back. She speaks very directly. She speaks her mind. She is committed to her truth and doesn't shy away from speaking her mind, and also doesn't hold prisoners. So I don't know if there was some wishy-washy energy from this, you know, when you said there was things never progressed or something like that. I feel like that, what I would say is that this is how they see you. They have a lot of respect for you. Queen energy is always someone who is held in high regard, and they see you as a strong character. And I think what they know is that if they were going to be with you, that they would need to really bring their A game, okay? Like, you're not someone who would suffer fools, or, you know, who would tolerate being messed around. Let's see about romantic potential. Someone is anxious, someone is worrying. I feel like it's a continuation of their energy. I don't know where this anxiety and worry comes from. It is about fears and worries being unfounded, though, with the Nine of Swords. There may be a lack of courage here on their part, Pooja, okay? We have a king in your future, though, a King of Pentacles. Let me know if it resonates with their energy or it can be someone new, okay? But what Spirit has brought through is in your future, there is a King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles is ruled by earth energy. There may be an earth sign. They may have this prominent in their chart, but this is someone who, this is very nice energy. Great that they're a king, okay? So they have some maturity. This is someone that you can rely on. This is someone who is often quite work focused, study focused, you know, that they are ambitious, you know, they want to build a life. And it's someone that it can be quite slow moving energy with Pentacles, but it's someone that you can really rely on. They will genuinely support you, okay, and bring a lot to the table, particularly with it being a king. Look at, I'm quite drawn to all this, you know, sort of financial success that is here. So they may already be established in their career and in the workspace. And that's a big part of who they are, big part of their identity. Part of what they're bringing to the table as well is that kind of financial success. They're worldly wise, yeah? Which is a great match to your Queen of Swords. So take what resonates, okay? This could be your person who is leaning into more their King of Pentacles energy and is able to step up. Or if you don't recognize this person in this King of Pentacles energy signature, then I would say take that message of this is someone new. Either way, this King of Pentacles is a great match for your energy. The King and a Queen, when we see that together, that it means that someone can meet you where you need to be met, okay? So he is very well established. So this Nine of Pentacles could be this wobble that they're having. They could be distracted by other things that are taking their energy. You know, it could be just a timing issue. But I suppose what to take away from this Pooja is that either way, there is this future energy of this awesome King of Pentacles that is coming through for you. So like I say, this is either your current person stepping up and making a move, or if that's what your intuition is telling you, or it could be someone new. But either way, this is great to see and something that you can take away with you, I hope, today, to know that that's what's coming down the track for you. So I hope that resonated. I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to end the live there, guys. Thank you so much for joining today's lives. I hope the messages you see brought you some clarity, brought you some peace. Remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and always trust your own inner guidance. I'll be back on the next live on Friday. I'll confirm the time tomorrow, Thursday, so just keep an eye out on the community page for that. Until then, though, be kind to yourselves, keep centering your energy and stay open to the guidance around you from Spirit, sending you all love and light, and take care, and I will see you soon. Glad that resonates.